मस्त आहे ना.
सर्व काय झालं टेम्परेचर वगैरे
सगळं काय, टायरचं टेम्परेचर काय, ते किती मायलेज आहे, 35चं ॲव्हरेज स्पीड आहे, 4.6 लिटर म्हणजे 100ने डिवाईड करा म्हणजे 20-22चं मायलेज. रेंज आता दिसत नाही कारण की संपायला आले, पण आहे सगळं काय याच्यामध्ये. Hello guys and welcome to MotorBeam. I know we don't like China anymore because of the lockdown, COVID, all of the other reasons, and this is coming from China. The brand Zontes, everything's made in China, and yes, it is a Chinese motorcycle, but then again, it is one of the most interesting looking 350cc motorcycle out there. For a price tag of 4.2 lakhs, it is quite expensive too. But then it's got a ton of features, and in today's video I'll tell you is it worth it or not. But before we begin, subscribe to MotorBeam and don't forget to hit the bell icon. I've got 5 reasons why I find this motorcycle interesting, and number 1 being tubeless spoke wheels as standard. Now you get a 120 section front and a 160 rear, but you can swap out the wheels to dual purpose rubber and have fun with this motorcycle. Tubeless spoke is something that is very, very interesting. Yes, it is expensive, but then you can take it off the road as well or ride it on road with the proper stability out there. The second reason being this one gets a 17-liter fuel tank, one of the biggest in the category. Probably I'll go ahead and say this, that in the whole 300cc 350cc lineup, Ninja is the only one that comes close to 17 liters, and this is the same unit. Although design different, but yeah, 17 liters yaar. This is the key. This is by far the biggest key I've seen. Sorry. Locks, unlocks in this manner, and everything is on a button. The fuel lid, you can open the seat as well. Literally everything out here is on a button. And then there is a screen. I know this is a small 5-inch unit, but it has a function called as screen mirroring with an app called as Café. Yes, this one you can actually mirror the screen. I've just started broadcast and it'll take 2 seconds. I can actually project the whole video right over here. Can you see? So freaking interesting. And the last reason is the ergonomics. Now I won't tell you what the seat height is, what the numbers are, but the moment you hop onto it, you can actually sit very upright. Although this is a Café racer with a proper handlebar, it feels a lot tight and it is still comfortable at the same time. This is something to look out for, because from a 350cc motorcycle, this is like the Duke and all of those naked bikes, yet having a different look altogether. Now before we start riding, you can actually see how the motorcycle looks in person. It does look quite nice. The lines are very, very, very subtle. However, what is most interesting is the headlight for me, because if you look at it, the size of a palm, it is bigger than my palm, which is like a humongous palm. Here I'll press the button. This is one, sorry, the red one. The motorcycle turns on, and it's a 5 projector setup. The lower one is a low beam and the upper one is a high beam with a ring light and LEDs here too. So this is a very, very bright light. These are the indicators covered with fins over here, and same goes for the other side as well as the rear. You've got USD forks up front and a 120 section rubber with, well, the disc is covered. This is definitely even more interesting because it stands out of the place. You've got a guard here for the radiator, which is standard, a plastic guard over here for the engine. However, this is also quite standard. Now this is a frame slider, and then the engine is a little bit exposed, but then quite nice for an overall design. Exhaust with slash cuts and an LED tail light, which is subtle inside the body. Damn, design wise quite nice, quite subtle. The moment you come close over here, you get a lot of buttons. Now this is the button to open the fuel tank. If this is the button to open the seat, this is the lock unlock button, eco mode or power mode button. Basically it gets 2 modes. Kill switch right over here. This is the light button. If you keep the light on, only then the high beam works. Now that is one thing that I noted right now. Starter button. This is the high beam switch. This is a flash switch, hazard light, indicators again, horn sounds good. This is how you get into the modes over here, and gets a total of 4 screens. Okay, I'll go to interface. This is a simple, select casual. It looks okayish. Okay, then come again, interface, select race, quite nice. Select interface, street. Okay, this is about fine. I like the race most, so we'll go and keep it to race. This is a bike that costs rupees 4 lakhs. You know what? Let's ride it and I'll tell you how it rides, because this is a very interesting 350cc motor. It's a single cylinder with twin exhaust coming over here. Let's go. So now I'm on the motorcycle. We'll start it. Single click. Should be on. Yeah, the key is in my pocket. Luckily the camera guys didn't take it. I'm happy. I've put it to the race meter because I like it the most. So let's start it in this. Let's hear the exhaust note. Oof, good amount of vibrations on the body. Yeah, it's a single cylinder, so vibrations have to be there. Let's see, is it easy to take a U-turn? So right away I can say that this one has a very good low end, decent mid-range the moment we pick it up. So taking a U-turn is not much of a problem either. And let's see if this motorcycle is dynamically sound with 120 section upper at the front and 160 at the rear. Yup, handles corners very nicely. We are at 100. Brakes are nice and sharp, but I wish there was a little more grip from the tires. But then again, it is a very fun motorcycle, dude. The way it is leaning into corners, and my goodness, you got an upside down fork at the front and a monoshock at the rear, and dynamically this motorcycle is brilliant. Ergonomics are a little tight, so anyone taller will have a little bit of a problem on this motorcycle because the seat height is at 795 and the foot pegs are center set. So yeah, ergonomically this motorcycle is tight. Suspension is on a good side, so it has a balance of soft and hard both. The moment you push it, it feels hard, but it is soft enough to take in a lot of bumps. I'll stop here for a second to tell you guys why is there the tire pressure monitoring TPMS ka sign coming on the meter right now. As you can see, the standard number is 4040 and right now it is at let me see 34. So that is the problem, because the pressure is down at 34, hence it is showing this. Probably that is the reason why I'm getting a better ride quality here. But then again, if we increase the pressure, the ride will suck. I know. Let's see 0 to 100. Filtering through traffic is no problems at all on this motorcycle. Only problem is that the mirrors are facing a little too much outwards. So yeah, if you don't like bar and mirrors, if you have normal mirrors, you will be like filtering through traffic even in a better way. So if you want to ride this motorcycle, you will actually love the engine. It's a single cylinder motor producing 38.2 bhp of power and 32.8 bhp, sorry, 8 Newton meters of torque. So the numbers are very relatable to each other. 348cc, which is a decent size motor, but if we compare it to the Classic or the CB Highness, it produces a bit more power and torque, so that is definitely usable, yeah. And the way this motorcycle rides, yes, it is pretty good. It is very stable, and the tires grip really well. These are costlier tires, these are not those cheap ass tires. Brilliant balance. I am actually in shock and awe at the same time, because I was not expecting the handling to be this great, and it is surprisingly good, yaar. The brakes at times do act up, but then once the tire is warm, things get better. In terms of the comparison, you can compare it with how the Duke rides because of the frame and the balance. And right now, as you can see, there's a good amount of feedback from the road coming to the handlebar and the body too. So yeah, the suspension has a balance, which is good. There is, however, one problem, that if you are having bad set of roads or worst of roads, this one has a ground clearance of just 151 millimeters. So in that case, it might hit. However, there is a belly pan, as you saw earlier, so there's a good chance the engine won't get hurt. But then again, ground clearance number is a little bit less compared to the Indian roads and what this motorcycle has to offer. There is, however, a bit of an off-road patch that I can utilize quite nicely. So this is the path that I can go to, but I'll go a little bit off to see if it gets bad. Not too bad. The suspension is pliant. It's good, yeah, it's good. I like it. Thumbs up. So now I am in a completely pitch dark lift right now. You can see the DRL is on, that's why the light you can see right now. The moment you turn it on, this is the low beam and this is the high beam. These are the illuminated switches as well. Nice, no? Nice. Let's do the verdict finally. Now if you look at the motorcycle overall, I can go ahead and say this, that China has a lot of engineering to them and they have got a very good product. The only reason being that it is coming from China is the only hatred towards what the viewers might have or you guys might have. However, the product is good. If you take the part out that it's coming from China, you could actually consider this, and for the price you can get the 390 Adventure or the 390 Duke. But then again, if you want to stand out on the street, you want to look different, this one does make a lot of sense. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys liked the video. If you have any comments, let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.